And then once it, and then, oh, actually, once it comes up here, close Facebook, otherwise you'll be in the lag.
Okay. So
And then you
now,
close Facebook.
thank you.
You're live.
Okay.
Close Facebook. Close Facebook.
There we go. So now we're live streaming everywhere. So I'm just going to give people a minute or so because we're supposed to be on at 11, and I think we beat that by a moment or so. So we'll just chat a little bit. So, Erin, yeah, you might as well just get comfortable. Because this is going to be an interesting, fun thing to do. And it's really no different than working with anybody online regularly, but we're doing it live for other people to watch. That's it. That's the only difference. So I've been doing live for working live on internet with clients for a couple of years. So to me, it's no different. But now with many hypnotists are still afraid to use this method of connecting with a client. And many people are still sort of concerned. They much do it, in the chair back here and have people doing it normally, what they consider normal, being in the same room, being touching, if for people that touch, maybe just connecting to do that kind of work, or then they just feel like if they're not in the same room, maybe it's going to be more difficult. There's really no difference. And energetically, then there's people that say, well, gee, I like the energy of it being there. And I have to say, I thought that too 2 years ago. We all have those beliefs and limiting times. And it's nice to see everybody there already starting to come in. So we'll just eventually get going here. But we all have that sort of thing that to something new. But as soon as you've done this something new a couple times, it's just not new anymore, and then it's fine. So I suggest that many hypnotists do this work online because they're actually pretty forced right now to do it online, if at all. And you can do so much for people like this. Even I did some teaching self-hypnosis to people and all this kind of stuff. You can help people a lot. And, I've done some freebies. Many of the hypnosis community is doing lots to do to help people. And that's what this is all about. So I think what we're really going to do now is I'm just going to start and say who I am, because maybe some people that are watching don't know who I am. I'm Inez Simpson, and I created the Simpson Protocol, which is a style of hypnosis that's very holistic and that's very content free, meaning I don't suggest anything. It's all done by the client. And there's no judgment. They don't have to even tell me. Like when I'm working with you today, it's very simple because I don't have to know what we're working on. We don't have to blather about it to people here because it's totally very private, and doesn't matter if it's live or there's a whole class sitting beside watching. It's still very internal and live. Would you agree, Erin?
Yeah.
So, Erin, you tell everybody who you are. That'd be great.
So my name is Erin Johnstone, and I am a hypnotherapist. I work in Port Coquitlam, which is just outside the Lower Mainland in British Columbia. And I have been using the Simpson Protocol, I feel like it's at least 2 years. Is that right? Is that when
something like, I have no idea, something like that.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably been about at least 2 years. And one of the things that I really enjoy is using the technique with teenagers, because a lot of times they don't want to talk about things that are going on in their lives, but they still are dealing with issues that need help. Yeah, and just in general, I feel like when I've used this technique, I can say hands down that it always seems to give the most effective results much more quickly than some other things that other techniques that I use.
Well, I think from my point of view is that it's so simple because they don't have to tell us anything. They don't have to bare their soul. Doesn't mean that they won't feel emotions and all those things are like in regular hypnosis, but they don't have to give it out consciously to you. They don't have to bare their soul. And otherwise, it's just that everything is addressed in a very holistic manner because we work with the body, mind, and spirit. So some people said, "Oh, I don't like that social, that spiritual stuff." Well, sorry, but spiritual is part of the deal. It goes holistic, and if your mind doesn't want to deal with that, it won't. It's just because I have nothing to do with it. So when I say to people, I said, just have an open, just be open to possibility. It doesn't have to be a thing. Your mind's going to answer. It's going to be your mind doing it. So whatever answer comes up, I'll trust and I'll never second guess it. So, it isn't, there isn't about, oh my God, so I'll be pushed to be spiritual, or, oh, I'll be pushed to be this, or I'll be pushed to that. We're not here to change people's belief systems or anything like that. In fact, I don't think it would be very healthy to do that. So, and they wouldn't be, you wouldn't have the rapport with the client. So for people out there that aren't hypnotists, you need to have rapport with your client. If I started pushing my clients, they definitely wouldn't be. Can you say thank you? Yeah.
You just say that
So
once
I'm
you're done the
just
session, you're not really going to be paying attention.
okay. I'm
That's
sorry. I just want to say, guys, that are all there. I'm really glad you're there, and because I'm going to be concentrating on this, I won't say much. I might get Matthew, is that your new name? Martin, to come in and say something if you have something that's necessary to be answered right away. Okay, so we're just going to get going, I think. So that's about it for Simpson protocol. But the benefit of doing the Simpson protocol for me, from my point of view, is that we can use this for anything that walks through the door or through the computer in this case. So it doesn't matter. And in class, or when I'm doing it in a place like a convention or anything, I have never once asked anybody what they needed to work on, because I know their mind knows what they need to work on, and it's doing it. So I'm just here guiding it, and I'm doing whatever it is, getting them to the right state of hypnosis. Not there a right state, but a right state for them to connect. Right. Okay. So we're just going to get started, and I usually start with a contract, and I'm still going to do that. Is Erin, are you ready to go into hypnosis? Actually, hey, let's see if you move your hand, the one that you use. Oh, that's one's perfect, because this one is now half there. Yeah,
no,
you always lift it. If you lift it, if you ever need to use the hand for anything.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So, superconscious mind, when she's ready, first of all, you're willing to go into hypnosis, right, Erin?
Yeah.
And you're willing to allow yourself to go as deep and as high and everywhere you need to go.
Yeah.
And you're allowed your mind to do the work, right?
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay. So, superconscious mind, when she's ready, just take her to peace. Let me know with a yes finger when she's there. So this is the other benefit, because after our clients have been to us for one session, they can just take them there themselves there.
I think you have to go to gallery view because she's not going to speak. They won't see her.
Okay. I'm on gallery view.
No, click it.
Oh, is that better? All right. Is that better? Thank you. Now, superconscious mind, when she's ready, take her into deep as she needs to be, and let me know when she's there.
That's it. Otherwise, they won't see this.
Thank you. Now, superconscious mind, please take her to high with the appropriate guidance for this session. And when I say that to everybody, that does not mean I'm talking about guides. I'm talking about support, guidance, and whatever that is for the person will be what it is. Thank you very much. So superconscious mind, guidance is present, true? Yes or no? All right. And Erin's good with that. Good. Thank you. So superconscious mind, the first thing I want to know now, are her tens and selves still at 10? Yes or no? No. Can you make sure that they're back to optimum at 10, please? Thank you very much. Because sometimes now that she's at 10, superconscious mind, can we work at the soul level now? Yes or no? Is there anything to address at the soul level to get ready to do the work today? Now, superconscious mind, would you like me to use the questions put a yes up for that and no for if you want the mind just to do it. Okay, superconscious mind, then please just do anything and everything that needs to be done at the soul level to allow this to become a very optimum outcome, doing whatever is needed. And let the yes come up when everything's been done. Thank you so much. So superconscious mind are her connections to all the frequencies that we use and all the states of hypnosis at optimum right now, yes or no? Thank you. All right. So superconscious mind, is it okay if we start on the issue that we are going to work on today? Yes or no? All right. Superconscious mind, can you bring up a suds for that issue for Erin? Is that all right? Thank you. So please bring up that feeling as high as it needs to be, and how high that you want it to be, superconscious mind. And when it's there, just let the yes come up for me. Thank you very much. Now, Erin, can you let me know with your voice, 1 to 10, 1 being low and 10 being high, what's the first number that subjectively pops into your mind?
8.
Okay, and where would you notice that in your body?
My chest and my throat.
Okay, superconscious mind, can you now take her back to her comfortable place where her conscious is just observing? Thank you. Let me know when she's back in her comfort and we can start working. Thank you. Now, superconscious mind, are there experiences that cause or affect this issue in any way? Yes or no? Are there any you want her conscious mind to know about? Yes or no? Okay, go to the first one that she needs to know about and let me know when you're there, superconscious mind. Thank you. Be there, Erin, the inside or outside?
Inside.
Okay, when I snap my fingers again, you'll know the age of this experience. Number comes now.
12.
Okay, and you said 12, right?
Yeah.
What's the 12-year-old feeling?
Different.
Different. Okay, does it feel negative different?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can't pinpoint the feeling, you can also say negative or positive.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, superconscious mind. So what I'd like to do, superconscious mind, is I'd like her, Erin, are you willing to wrap your arms in your mind's eye around that 12-year-old and just love her with the 10s and any other thing you want to do, support her? Yeah. So superconscious mind, you get to do the rest. I'd like you to take whatever that negative feeling is and take it to the complete positive opposite. So when it's a complete positive feeling, let the yes come up so I know. Thank you. How does the 12-year-old feeling now?
Good.
Good.
Positive.
Positive. Now, let's say 1 is low and 10 is high. Give it a number subjectively what the positive feeling is.
7.
Okay, superconscious mind, can you do everything you can to make it all the way to 10, please? And when it's at 10, the most positive it can be for Erin today, let the yes finger come back up. Wonderful. How's the 12-year-old feeling now?
Good.
All right. So put the 12-year-old in her heart superconscious mind, and when it's well accepted there, let the yes come up. Thank you very much. And please make sure that 12-year-old accepts all the 10s and any other things that you wish to do for that 12-year-old to make it optimum. Let me know when that's done. Wonderful. Superconscious mind, are there any more experiences you want her conscious mind to know about? Yes or no? Okay, go to the next one, please. When you're there, superconscious mind, let me know with the yes finger. Thank you. Erin, be there. You inside or outside?
Inside.
And the age comes of the experience coming now.
12.
Same age?
Yeah.
Okay. And is it negative?
Yeah.
Okay. And can you give it a number from 1 to 10?
About an 8.
Okay, great. So superconscious mind, whatever the negative feeling is of the 8, can you now bring it to the extreme positive again for her, and let Erin, you just do what you do, just support the 12-year-old. Superconscious mind, let me know when that has gone to the extreme positive or as close to extreme as it can be. Wonderful. So how's the 12-year-old feeling this time?
Happy.
Happy. Okay. Superconscious mind. Erin, can you give me a positive scale, 1 to 10, 10 being high? Give it the number comes now.
9.
Okay. Superconscious mind, can you bring it all the way to 10, please? And let me know when that's done. Thank you very much. Now, superconscious mind, please, again, put the 12-year-old in this experience added to the other 12-year-old and make sure that everything is cool, you know, all the best it can be, including the tens and the cells, etc. Let me know when everything is done that needs to be done for that 12-year-old going in the heart. Thank you. Are there any other experiences that need to be addressed for the conscious, yes or no? No. So please reassess, reevaluate, shift, change, do anything and everything for all experiences that cause or affect this issue. When that's done in the most optimum way, the appropriate beneficial way for Erin, let the yes come up, please. Thank you very much. So superconscious mind, are there imprints, impressions, thoughts, or ideas that cause or affect this issue in any way, yes or no? All right. Are you willing to address those for her in the appropriate beneficial way? Thank you. Please do it for her and let me know when it's done. Thank you very much. Superconscious mind, are there fears or beliefs that cause or affect this issue in any way? Yes or no? All right. Please address them in the appropriate way for her, making sure common sense fears like just watching to go both ways on a street or something like that that's needed is kept and actually improved and gotten better, and the rest that are not doing any benefit, please release. And same with the beliefs, only keep what is ideal for her and make sure it's in the ideal optimum way for her. When all of that is done, thank you. Now, superconscious mind, was this issue created to harm her in any way? Yes or no? No. Was it created to punish her in any way? Yes or no? Thank you. Was it created to punish anyone else? Thank you. Was it created to protect her in some way? Thank you. Is the protection still needed? Yes or no? It's still needed. So superconscious mind, can you either address it so that you make it in the optimum way for her, that protection, or make it so that it's no longer needed? Either one would work for the client. Do what's best for her and let me know when that's done and accepted. Thank you. All right. So superconscious mind, now there's, are there conflicts in relationships or about sex? Either one that cause or affect issue. Thank you. Now, are there any secondary benefits or anything like that also? Yes or no? Okay. Superconscious mind. Okay, yes or no? Okay, please do that first, what we just asked about now, and please address the rest. When all of that is done, let the yes come up. Thank you. So, superconscious mind, can you now check all feelings and emotions that cause or affect this issue? Deal with them in the appropriate way so they no longer have a negative impact, and allow this to be a non-issue. Thank you so much. Now, superconscious mind, I'd like you to know that I'm sort of compacting this for this session here. And I just know that you know every question superconscious has ever asked or has been asked of from any Simpson protocol person. It's all out there. So I'm just going to do each level in a different way. Is that okay with you? Thank you. All right. So superconscious mind, I'd like you to scan the whole physical body, please. Check to see what needs to be addressed concerning this issue, if there is something. And if there isn't, maybe something you want to do anyway. So superconscious mind, just check anything and everything and do it. When everything is done to the optimum for her, again, just let me know with the yes finger. Thank you very much. So superconscious mind, we're going to do the same thing through every level, if that's okay. So is that true? It's okay with? Yeah, thank you. Okay, so please do the same on the emotional level and let me know with the yes finger when we can move on, doing everything in the most optimum way for her. Thank you. So superconscious mind, now please check the mental body. And again, just for the people listening, it's going to check everything that we've ever asked or even what we haven't asked. So we don't have to do a thing at this point verbally. Thank you so much. Now, superconscious mind, please go through the spiritual body, addressing anything and everything that would be needed to be addressed. And again, let me know when it's time to move on. Thank you. So superconscious mind, now check the etheric body and all the other levels going up to what we say, touch source, touch divine, touch whatever person's name of whatever it is they have in their belief system. And let me know when that has all been cleared in all ways and when she's there. Thank you. Now, is she allowed to go and touch the divine, as we would say? Yes, thank you. Please let her do that now. Thank you. Now, if there's anything else that can be done from there, go ahead and do it, or otherwise just let her bask in it for a moment and let me know when she's back in high. Thank you so much. So superconscious mind, at the higher frequencies, is there anything yes or no? Thank you. Please do that for her in the easiest possible way for her. Thank you. So superconscious mind, yes or no? Okay, great. Thank you. Is there anything? Yes or no? Okay, please address that. Let me know when that's done. Thank you. Superconscious mind, is there anything to do? Yes or no? Thank you. Please do that. Let me know when it's done. Thank you. Yes or no? Okay, thank you. All right. So superconscious mind, what I'd like you to do now is just notice if there's any healing to be set up, yes or no. All right. So superconscious mind, we know that you can just do this, but can we do the first one with her conscious understanding, please? So if there's physical healing to do, please take her there and let me know when she's there. All right, so super conscious mind, start that healing. And when she consciously knows that it's in process, let her move the yes finger. Thank you very much. Okay, super conscious mind, that's great. And when you can move on and set up in the most appropriate way for her, let me know with the yes finger. Thank you. So please set up the rest anywhere that healing is needed and let me know when it is all done and fully accepted and doing it in the best way possible for her to process. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, superconscious mind, and is there anything else, guidance or any other frequencies or any part of the superconscious mind or inner mind, higher mind, any part that needs to do anything to resolve this issue? Yes or no? Okay, so everything is done that we need to do. Is that true? Thank you. All right, so superconscious mind, is it okay if I now prove for me and for her conscious mind that this has been resolved? Thank you. So I'm going to count to five, superconscious mind. If you get, no, sorry, if there's something left to address, I want you to bring it up by the count of 5. Because if there's nothing there by the count of 5, then we can assume that you have totally resolved it. True? Yes or no? Thank you. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So Aaron, give me a report on how you're feeling.
Just neutral.
Just neutral. Okay, superconscious mind, you know I'm going to ask now to have the complete positive. So if it's at 1 or 0 at this time, please make sure that it comes all the way to a 10 level of positive. Let me know when that's there. Wonderful. Thank you. And how does that feel now, Aaron?
Good. I feel peaceful.
Okay, if you were to say the number, would it between 1 and 10, what would it be?
Like 9, probably.
Okay, superconscious mind, keep going. The other one, please. And let me know when it's totally at a 10. Thank you so much. So superconscious mind. Now, if this was a session, we'd keep going, but we're not doing a full session here. This is one issue that has been resolved. So superconscious mind, would you say there's other issues to deal with concerning the outcome that's needed here? Yes or no? No, so it's fully resolved for this whole issue. Is that true? Thank you. All right, can you give her understanding or take her forward in time to see how this outcome affects her? Do either way, whatever's proper for her. Yeah, let me know when Erin has the knowledge that she needs. So Erin, are you happy with that outcome?
Yeah.
Okay, superconscious mind, if there's anything to improve anything, please do it. Okay, superconscious mind, thank you very much. And can you please make sure she's well integrated and grounded for doing chat after this? And just bring her out at the right pace, taking all the time you need for her. Welcome back. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Good. Sleepy.
All right. So, yeah, so if there's any questions, that is what we call quite a compacted form of doing it on the issue. And I usually do that mostly with people who've done it before, even though I'm starting to understand that it doesn't matter as long as the superconscious can get the client to have the confirmation and the understanding, right? And Aaron, you don't need to share any of that with us, but just share that you have it or not.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's all. It's all the work is done internally. I'm just going to check if there's any questions. No.
Was one on supervisor going to mention if that was a real client and she said sleepy, actually you just leave them in a state. Yeah, that's the advantage of it.
So the other advantage of this here is, she's a little sleepy. I could actually have put her back in for a minute and got her to come feeling out in the robust. She's already pretty well back and,
Stay on their bed and sleep.
But then when you're working with a client online, many of them say, can you just leave me here and I'll come out when I'm ready? And I'll say, sure, because they want to hang on to that good feeling. They want to hang on to that and it feels great. And online you can do that when they're in your office, you got somebody else coming in, you can't do that. You say, well, you'll have to take yourself back in when you go home. But they just love it. It's you like to stay there. True, Aaron, you just want to be there.
Yeah.
So, hello, Beryl, love you. So somebody asked, what are the stages of the superconscious? If you ask me to tell you what the superconscious is, I have really no clue. All I know is that part of the person that can find out anything and address anything. So this is my perception. This is not, I'm not saying this is what it is. In the field, is it the collective unconscious? I think it's much more than that. I think it's just everything that can be assessed from anywhere. Now, many people, if you don't have the belief, it still seems to work. So you don't, and I don't like to define the superconscious because I'll actually minimize what it is. And the minimization doesn't help. I want people, I know consciously we all want things to be, it's very defined. And you can, if you define it, you'll actually minimize it. So I'm not dividing it. Oh, Martin says something in here. Oh, I see. So, okay, he wants to know about the extra states. Okay, usually what I do is ask all kinds of questions, like, is there anything to do in the brain that needs to be addressed? Are there hormones or things like that need to be assessed? So I compacted everything down to the physical body. So the second thing was in the emotional body. Are there any emotions that affect this in any way? I don't need to know what they are, and I don't need to tell superconscious what to do because it's much smarter than me, and I don't have to. All I have to do is ask the question. So the conscious mind knows at least something's been asked. And it'll be sometimes they'll come out of hypnosis and they'll say, well, that was strange. I got a yes on that. I was sure that was going to be a no, or vice versa. And they know that they're in a mind. And by the time I've asked all those telepathic questions and they answer, the client becomes very, very in tune with that part and trusting. And they start to trust themselves because it's their mind. It's their aspects of mind. So that's really very helpful. So what I say there is emotional, all those things. Once you get to that high level where there's a connection to what we call guidance, which is support of some type. For some people even get a cat or, whatever your mind thinks you need as a support, and it'll be there. So after that, you can do anything pretty much. Because as soon as that client's conscious mind says, it's okay, I'm here, I'll let my mind do the work, you've got it made. Would you agree, Aaron?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so thanks, somebody likes my shirt. Thanks, yeah, I can be bright today, as usual. And so what are the stages of the superconscious? No, we go what we call somnambulism. That peace level is somnambulism. The deep could be anything from Esdale or deeper, or just profound somnambulism. We just ask them to go as deep as they can go. And we can also teach them to do what we call the Esdale level if we're doing birthing or something like that. And that's just a different aspect we're looking at, or pain or surgery, things like that. And that's the benefit of doing this style of work, is that you can affect anything and everything, and you don't have to know anything. I have a guy in Australia, Kenneth. He's a superb hypnotist, and he's been doing it for 25 or 30 years. The guy is really good, and he's been doing Simpson protocol for the last 2 years, and now he addresses anything. He says he'll even address things he wouldn't have before and move them on to a psychiatrist or something. So I don't need to know, and that's the basis part of it. And for me, after you've done doing this work as a hypnotist, you need to know everybody's stuff. No, you don't, because we all got our own stuff too. So the other thing I do, I'm just going to get her to go back in for a moment to see, if you're a hypnotist watching, if you're just a person interested, this is interesting too. But for hypnotists, lots of times clients will come out at the end of a session and give you some prize that you could have used. Well, and then you go, now I have to get them back in hypnosis. I have to do all the induction, deepening, blah, blah. And then with this, we don't, because after the first session, they can get to all the levels by themselves. So I'm just going to ask Erin, can you just sit back, and I'm going to let you do it by yourself. So just intend it, and superconscious mind will let me know when you're there with the finger coming up. Thank you. And just keep intending deep and high, and let me know when you're at high with the yes finger, please, Erin. Wonderful. So superconscious mind. What I want to double check, superconscious mind, if the habit of this issue has been totally released. Thank you. Just double checking. Now, superconscious mind, can you let me know how long the processing of this session will take? Will it be more than a day? Yes or no? No. So in less than a day. Okay. And since this is the end of this issue, she doesn't need to do anything unless she wants to work on something else. Is that true? Thank you very much. Is there anything else you want to let her know or understand at this time? Yes or no? Okay, do that first. Do anything like that you want to do, or any intention of that Erin would like you to do, and then just come out at the right time. And please stay in there long enough to feel peppy again, and make sure the body's comfortable. Oh, and Gilardi, it's a spiritual body. We're sort of going by the fact that we have a body, we have a physical body. Then people have considered that they have a spiritual body. It's not that we're going to a state as such. Emotional state, psychological state, you could take them to any level, and the mind would take them to any level that's needed. Because when I say, can you do anything else that's needed? That's what it does. It does whatever else it is. Hello, Helena, too. So, have you got anything else to say that you learned the ways of the world there?
No, I just like, even with it being condensed, when you had me scan the physical body, I usually can feel things very physically. And so I was aware of, certain parts of my body, during that process. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. So, and you may have in the chair, like you're very internal, you don't show much on your face, a little bit and a little bit on your body. But you may have some people that really have twitching going on in their muscles and all kinds of stuff. So it's just something that you cannot cheat at. It's not something you can do on purpose. And you know that they're clearing stuff in whatever way that means for them. And I don't need to know that. And there is a different sense for you or something between each one I asked, each body level, right?
Yeah.
So that's interesting too, because some people, even if they don't even believe we have anything like that or whatever, it doesn't matter. That's why I say open to possibilities. And words mean very little. It's the intent more than the words, because everybody calls everything a different thing. Some people may be working with spiritual, with super conscious and doing spiritual work, and then other people are working with super conscious, calling it something different. It's constructs for we can talk about where we gone, but it's about the intention and the part of your mind that can do all that. So if there's no other questions from anybody, we can just end it here, I guess, unless you have something else to say.
No, that was good.
Yeah, me either. So I'll leave everybody there. They can always email me if they think of something, and we're just going to end. We'll end the live. Bye, everybody.